partners, our director, senior country manager, colleagues of IFC, distinguished guests, all other protocols observed. I am very happy, and it's also an honor to welcome you all to this special occasion, which is a very important step towards achieving sustainability and also environmental responsibility. So, on that note, let me introduce you to myself. My name is Barbara Tete. I work with the IFC, and I'm your moderator for the event. Now, as we all know, every event happens because there are people behind the scenes who work tirelessly, to make such special occasions happen. So I'll take a moment of your time to make introductions. And of course, since we have Acces Bank hosting us, we would first introduce them. And when I introduce you, grateful if you can wave, and then we can have our audience reciprocate with a clap. So I would start first by acknowledging and introducing Mr. Olumide Olatunji, who is the Country Managing Director of Acces Bank PLC. And next to him we have Mr. James Bruce, the Executive Director of Wholesale Banking. And then we have Akosia Biama Abuaje, Head of Financial Control. Thank you very much. We would introduce the IFC team. I'll first start by introducing Dalia and our own Dalia Khalifa, IFC Regional Director for Central Africa and also for West Africa. Most of you know him, but I'll still introduce him. Next is Mr. Kyle Kelhofer, IFC Senior Country Manager. We also have in our midst Jamila Hesibeoglu, Senior Country Officer of the IFC. And then we have Dafe Uraka, Principal Investment Officer. And then we have Paul Okran, our Edge Specialist. Of course, very important amongst our midst are the clients of Acces Bank. Of course, as Acces Bank PLC shows the way, there's need to carry their clients along. We have them in our midst. We'll start first by introducing Jerry Ayufo, CEO, Blue Blaze Limited. We have Wisdom Deborah, CEO, Dewis Company Limited. Kantila Hirani, Managing Director, Swami India Ghana Limited. Niranjan Samal, Senior Financial Controller, Trasaho. We're not here. Okay, we will do Mohammed Mustafa, Project Manager, Val Real Estate. Not here. Kweku Nimfa, CFO, Chase Group. Not here. Cyril Nitete, CEO, Green Building Summit, and that would be the last of the clients to introduce. And of course, lastly on the list of introductions, called the fourth arm of government is the media. Let's kindly acknowledge their presence. Okay, thank you very much. We are quite time constrained, so not many comments, but I would have Acces Bank. I'll invite Acces Bank in case they have any additional comments to make before we move on to
Thank you, Barbara.
next session.
Thank you, Barbara, and welcome, and thank you for joining us for IFC and Acces Bank. I think it was very important to put in context why we are here today. I think Acces Bank as a bank, the institution itself, very committed to sustainability. And part of our thematic area is sustainable operations. And under that umbrella is why we have gone through this exercise with IFC. And thanks to Paul and Sales over there with the long auditing session we had, all the activity we had to undertake to ensure that we are all here today. No, it's part of IFC's mandate as well. It's also to encourage the private sector to delve into green construction. That's why we have some of our clients and our vendors here today to look at this opportunity and to see how we are leading in sustainability. Our goal is very simple: to support the SDG goals, Goal 7 and Goal 13, climate action, and of course to build a very sustainable city in Ghana and across Africa and beyond. So the purpose of today is to witness IFC and Acces Bank shaking hands once more for driving this very key aspect of sustainability while we are ensuring that the future of Ghana and the future of the world remains very safe. So thank you and enjoy the event.
Thank you very much.
It's safe to say good morning to everybody present here. Let me start from the reverse. I noticed when she was doing the introductions, she started with those that she considered the VIPs, and then the media was the last she introduced. I want to start from the reverse. Let me acknowledge the media for taking out time to join us this morning. They are very, very, very important stakeholder in what we do, because the great things that we do in Acces Bank and of course in IFC, if we don't have the voice that projects what we do to the environment, then we'll just have a light, as it were, under the table. So thank you to the media for being a very should I say responsible or present stakeholder in Acces Bank's journey so far. So thank you very much for making out the time to join us here this morning for this event. Thank you also for flying in and for participating in this event. We have tried to continue to nurture and build what we do with IFC at the banking group level, and of course in Acces Bank Ghana PLC. We do a lot with IFC, and I think the business that we do in banking is about partnerships. The quality of the partnerships that you embrace in your journey depicts very strongly the kind of aspiration you have, the kind of vision you have, and then the kind of business that you can win. So we are happy that we have continuously nurtured this partnership with IFC. IFC has been very gracious to work with us, considering us credible parties to work with. And I think the testimonials that we have built over the years is testament to the solidness of the partnerships that we have as IFC. So we don't take it for granted. We truly thank you. Today is yet another testament of the strength of the partnerships that we hold with IFC. When I was briefed around the intensity of the work that was done to get us here today, I was very humbled that my team has demonstrated very strongly our beliefs in sustainability. When I saw the compliance mandates to get the certification, and I saw that the fact that we didn't just comply, we surpassed it. So I said, my goodness, I must have a very solid team, and I've kind of downplayed maybe their efforts over the years. So a round of applause to the Acces Bank team. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And just before we started on the sidelines, they were speaking very highly of Mr. Bruce, that Mr. Bruce is doing a very good job, and that he should be given a bonus. I guess I'll take that under very, very, very strong caution. Anyway, thank you everybody for coming. I can't fail to acknowledge our customers because they're the ones that keep the lights on, because they have trusted us with their business, and that's why we can do the things that we do. So thank you very much for coming. What I can assure you of is that because you came today, speak to your relationship team. Let's see your special request, because you came today. I will see how we can honor that. But I thank you very, very, very strongly for supporting us and for trusting us with your business. All right. That said, I just want to say a few more words, particularly. I understand that for this to happen, we had to meet some compliance ratios, like I said. We had to 20% reduction in water use, 20% reduction in energy use, and 20% reduction in embodied carbon in materials. All said and done, I understand that Access Bank Ghana PLC surpassed the requirements by scoring 25% reduction in water reduction, 29% in reduction in energy use, and 99% reduction in embodied carbon in materials. So thank you for that. Like Sheon said, sustainability for us is not an afterthought. It's a deliberate strategy that we continue to embrace in Access Bank. And the pillars under which we show our commitment to sustainability is under threefold: sustainable operations, corporate social responsibility, and sustainable development finance. For those who have paid very close attention to what we have done recently, even around corporate social responsibility, you would have seen a lot of interesting things that we have been doing. For instance, even with the Sandalmore project, we have touched over 20,000 lives by just collecting waste tires and converting them to sandals. So because of the partnerships that we have enjoyed through staff and some of our customers, less privileged have had the opportunity of going back to school at no cost. So it's just our way of giving back to society in what we believe very strongly in what we do. And I think our customers here will say, what's the benefit for them? This that we're doing here today, what's the benefit? I think it's a testament to what we do, even with IFC, and the kind of funding that we get as a result of our commitment to sustainability and green financing. We're able to raise the kind of financing to support the things that they do, and therefore continue to support very strongly credit creation at the right pricing for them. So I think customers just asking their mind that what's in it for me is that you have a credible institution working with credible partners that can make credible financing available for you to grow your business in a sustainable manner. So once again, I want to thank you very strongly. Access Bank, we're not here for the short term. We are here for the long term. So we want to build sustainably what we are doing, so that when we hand over to the next generation, they will look back and say, truly, those that ran before us were people that truly understand what it means to first of all, embrace strong partnerships, and of course, do your business in a very, very, very sustainable manner. I hope that I've been able to capture in a nutshell why we are here today. So thank you. It's a strong certification, first of its kind for us in Access Bank. And because we're a global institution, we're taking it very strongly that we can lead the conversation in Ghana, across Africa, and wherever we are present. But the commitment the team has given me is that this is not just going to be about Access Bank Ghana PLC head office alone, but several other buildings over the next 5 years in our journey towards sustainability. So thank you for listening.
And thank you, everyone around the table. This is an oval table, could be a round table, because everyone has an equal role in it. It is indeed an ecosystem, and everyone plays their part to make the whole system work. So I really enjoyed listening to you, Mr. Olumide, who is Managing Director of Access Bank. You actually said it all, made my job much easier. I'm not sure I need to read much of what's left here, since you did strike all the main messages. Access Bank is a financial leader in Ghana and in most of Africa. It's growing globally, and leadership takes initiative and thinking outside of the box. And this is exactly what Access Bank is demonstrating as its buildings across the continent are awarded this green certification. I'm very happy that we're awarding the EDGE certification as IFC, which is an initiative that began from IFC, and it's now taken hold across the world. We as we know, 40% of greenhouse gas emissions emanate from the construction sector. 40%. Let that sink in for a moment. So the more buildings that we can have that are sustainable and green, the better for all. But I also would just add that sustainability and green and caring for environment is not just something that we must all do as shepherds of this green earth, but it's also smart business. It effectively lowers your operating expenses, makes you more sustainable, and so it's also good for the bottom line. So how can you say no to that? If something's good for your bottom line, it's good for the environment, then I think it's something that it takes a leader such as Acces Bank to do. So I'm happy that we're here, and I just wanted to stress a few facts and figures around why this, IFC's EDGE program helps play a transformative role globally. As I've noted before, it's not just a badge, it is a catalyst for change. Since 2014, the IFC EDGE program has certified more than 58 billion worth of green assets worldwide, including IFC's own 12 billion investment in sustainable buildings. Here in Africa, EDGE certified investments have surpassed the $1.6 billion mark, and reinforcing the continent's growing leadership in green construction. With over 13,000 projects certified globally, the impact of EDGE is growing and is undeniable. Collectively, EDGE-certified buildings are responsible for reducing 2.2 million tons of CO2 emissions every year, the equivalent of taking over 250,000 cars off the roads. Again, let that sink in. So this is the scale of transformation that we need to secure a greener, healthier future for Ghana, Africa, and the world. So as I noted, this is smart business. It increased shareholder value, and it's something that hopefully, as we see Acces Bank as a financial institution take leadership, also clients will also take note and recognize that this is something that is smart for their bottom lines as well. And I really recognize you and applaud you for being here, because really at the end of the day, this is all about you. You are what makes the economy, work, and financial institutions, let alone an international DFI such as ourselves, are enablers. It takes those who are out there in the real sector doing the real work, along with governments that is providing the enabling environment to make this all happen. So I hope you all take note of this, and perhaps you can secure some green loans from Acces Bank to help you get there. That would be even better way of doing business. So I would like to then just say congratulations once again to Acces Bank for once again being a leader. I am very proud that IFC has been working with you for, I think it's over 25 years now, and we will continue hopefully doing that in the future.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tremendously to reducing emission, helping.
So we have 54 other projects currently certified in Ghana. So my role here is simple just to talk through the technical aspects and what a green building is. EDGE stands for Excellence in Design for Greater Efficiency, and which is available in over 200 countries. So it's a global program that looks at 3 critical areas in a building. It looks at the energy aspect, looks at the water aspect, and looks at the embodied energy in material. So there are 3 levels to EDGE certification. We have the level 1 EDGE certified building, that the building needs to meet the standard in terms of energy, 20% energy savings, 20% water savings, and 20% savings in terms of embodied carbon in material. That's level 1. Then level 2 certification, you need to go above that and meet at least 40% savings in terms of energy, and 20% in terms of water, and 20% in terms of embodied carbon in material. The ultimate goal is to have net zero buildings, which according to the IPCC, all buildings by 2030 needs to be meet the net zero standard, and all new and existing buildings by 2050 need to meet the net zero standard for us to kind of meet the climate goal. For Acces Bank has done tremendously well. They've implemented specific energy measures in the building. One is reduced window to wall ratio. All the walls you can see here are well insulated walls because of the climate we are. You want to make sure that you are minimizing the heat gain into the space. So all the walls, and even if you see the glass, they are all double glazed glass. So they are insulating walls, and very high efficient cooling system. The AC systems are very high. In fact, exceeding the average standard that you have in Ghana. And all the lights you find here are all energy efficient light. What was very impressive for Access Bank was on the water measures. So basically, they took the initiative to do an upgrade on the taps by just installing what we call aerators to make sure that they achieve low flow faucets. So basically, this is actually a very good move. Again, showing leadership in the financial sector, and us as IFC, we remain steadfast to support you, and some of your clients have seen some of your clients already in the process for certification in the room as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Several engagements with IFC over the years, and from September 2023, when we embarked on this journey, we've been having collaborative meetings to try and achieve this objective of getting the certification. The certification to us is critical, it's important, it shows resource efficiency in how we operate, and so more or less to a large extent shows our commitment to the SDG goals. Just to focus on SDG goal 11 and 12, which looks at sustainable cities, and if we continue on the journey that we are currently on, it will show that our commitment has shown fruits. So I'd just like to say a few things. This plaque that today has been presented to us doesn't represent just a plaque, but it shows our commitment, now unwavering plan to be able to ensure that we have sustainable operations. The engagements we've been having has to a large extent helped us reduce our operational emissions within the kind of targets that we've set for ourselves. So we are very grateful with the support of IFC as to what we have achieved today. So on behalf of Access Bank Ghana, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the International Finance Corporation, to our green building auditors, to all other stakeholders and partners who have joined us in this journey. We are really, really, really grateful. And this achievement, as I said, is the beginning of what we are about to do in Ghana and across our footprints in Africa. And we'll continue to work with IFC to achieve that objective. Thank you very much.
Thank you. He's a very good friend of the IFC. Thank you very much. So, after all the hard work, so we would proceed to hand over certificates.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe,
and click on the bell for more updates.